Can you hear the fireworks? Yeah, it's 25 minutes left, but they're going at it. And I have a scar here. It's really, really noticeable. The year is ending, and I figured I would do a little year in review thing, because this is the first year for this channel. I switched channels in, I want to say April, something like that. And it's been a ride. This year has been possibly the worst year for me ever in terms of psychological health and harassment and just bad times overall. But it certainly had its good moments too. A bunch of great games that I played this year, like I really like The Force Awakens, and having my inner Star Wars child the inner Star Wars fan inside of me from my childhood being revitalized was nice, and finally getting some slight progress done with my transition. When I was talking to my doctors last time was nice as well, and yeah, it's been a ride. The year started for me with preparation for my first winter convention, which was NERCON Winter 2015, which I'll be going to again in February. And that was a lot of fun, because it was the first time I was going with a group for cosplay. And we did a cosplay panel, the Tales of cosplay panel at NERCON. And that was a lot of fun. I went to Sophie from Kiss of Graces. It was great. And I did that again for summer. And the summer panel is on YouTube. If you search for Tales of Rehab, you should find it. The second one is not put up there. Well, the first one for me, but it was the second panel for the entire group. It's not up yet. It's on me to fix it, because basically the footage that we got is kind of a mess. And like the audio is barely audible, so it needs a bunch of work put into it, and I can do that work, but it's a lot of work, and I have my own videos, so it's kind of something I only do on the side. But yeah, of course, I got into video producing again. I started doing a lot of Let's Plays, which I miss doing. I really miss doing, and it was nice to get back to it. And I mean, for a while, I held a steady stream of like 2 or 3 videos each day for several months, and that was awesome. And I think Sonic Adventure helped kick that off. Just the feeling like I want to play Sonic Adventure 1 and doing that, and then finding Dark Souls at the same time. It was nice, but I'm getting ahead of myself there a bit. So that was a good start anyway. And as summer came around, I got really excited for the next convention, which was NERCON Summer. And that's also when a bunch of other things started happening. That's when the big controversy regarding moi happened, which was the Fire Emblem Fates homophobia thing. When I wrote a angry Tumblr post about incredibly homophobic content in Fire Emblem Fates regarding a character named Soleil. And people claimed that I was making up stuff that wasn't there. People claimed that I was manufacturing a controversy. So I decided to go to the source, and I started like proving everything I had said. And I tried to sort it out. People wouldn't listen. It got worse and worse and worse. And it went viral. But it went viral with the story that I was in the wrong, which I just want to point out I'm not. And basically a bunch of major gaming coverage sites directly contributed to sending harassment my way. As a result, I was almost doxxed. At least one person found out kind of where I lived, but it seems it wasn't posted, at least not in full detail. I was threatened that people were going to come to my house and rape and kill me, which, you know, isn't too uncommon for a trans woman on the internet to hear, but when it's mixed with people trying to find out where you actually live, and some of them mentioning the area where you live in, it gets scary. Doesn't of course help that the whole Gamergate debacle has been happening the entire year as well, and I've been an on and off target for that. But that was sure was something. And then American Summer happened, which was a big disappointment. It was basically just one of the worst convention-going experiences I've had, and I figured I need to do something to cheer myself up and get myself going. And I started with the Let's Plays, which ended up being a lot of fun. I did some more video games Google Translate, which has had a bit of a mixed reception, but I like doing those, and I want to do more of those, because I enjoy doing the voice acting as all the characters. It's a lot of fun. I think the one people all agree was good is Fate's Day Night, and I think that's probably the best one. It's really, really fun. And then I suppose the big thing next big thing that happened was that I started getting back into game development. Having not really worked properly on a game since Escape back in 2013, I started working on After the Bell Rings, a visual novel that had a pretty good response to its short demo prologue thing. And actually, I want to thank my Japanese friends there as well from Cosmilica. I believe that's how you pronounce the Duyan Circle. They made games like the upcoming Atom Girl on Steam Greenlight, published by Sega A Project, among other things. And that was at least one the writer who writes all their Yuri VMs was talking to me. We've been talking a bunch, and they were like, you should make a VM. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I used to work on one, but I don't know. And then I finally started working on one. I was like, hey, I did it, and they were like, oh, I need to play it, and we shared that, and that was really nice. I'm looking forward to continuing. Well, I have continued, but I'm looking forward to finishing that project. And of course, right after that came Asylum Jam for Halloween, and I should mention After the Bell Rings was for Yuri Jam, which was a wonderful game jam. And for Asylum Jam 2015, which I was so excited for and can't wait for next year, I did Unkindness. Well, I started working on Unkindness, a top-down horror game with the Virtual Boy palette. Because I wanted a not retro, if it's the wrong word, but like a classic video game style to it that I hadn't seen used much. Because like you see all the NES and SNES wannabes, you see all the Game Boy wannabes, and there's nothing wrong with those styles, but you know, it's been done, and I wanted to do something I hadn't seen. And I thought, well, Virtual Boy, like, can you make that look decent, maybe? And I did my best, and I'm really liking how that's turning out, and I'm sort of above halfway done with that game. I'm hoping to release that in the first quarter of 2016, the full thing. I haven't shown much since then because of, well, I got a new computer, and I've been focusing on moving everything over from my old computer, which is still standing where it used to stand, to my new computer, which is standing here. And that's been fun. It's been wonderful to have a new computer, and I've been able to run games at like high settings. Actually, if you watch my worst game of 2015 video, the Alone in the Dark illumination footage in that is newly recorded today on the new computer in 1080p on the epic settings, and it barely looks at all better than what I played on the old computer. Because that game is just so ugly. But yeah. There's I got into Dark Souls this year, which has been a very interesting experience. A game I like a lot, but heavily criticize parts of, which people don't like. And a fanbase that refuses to respect my wishes to not get hints and tips unless I ask for them, which I don't like, but what you're gonna do. But that's been fun getting into. I want to finish Dark Souls 1 so I can play the sequels and Bloodborne. And maybe even give Demon's Souls a second try. Maybe it's worth giving a second try. I did not like it the first time. As for next year, what I'm looking forward to, it's just less than 15 minutes left now, and I don't know. Like, Final Fantasy IX was announced for PC today. That was pretty fucking awesome. I can't wait to play that again. That will probably be something I do for Andrea plays. I need to finish up all the other JRPGs first, though. I'm very much looking forward to Star Wars. What's it called? Rogue One. Rogue One is gonna be good. And there's a lot of anime I'm looking forward to as well. And I'll be watching Phantasy Star Online 2, the animation. Although I am 99% sure it's going to suck, but I've been asking for a Phantasy Star anime since fucking forever, so I mean, I gotta give it a try at least, you know. I'm looking forward to finally starting Hormones and stuff like that, which should be happening early 2016. Assuming they don't get delayed again. I might start doing trans vlogs again for that, because now stuff is actually happening again. The reason I haven't been doing them is because, well, there's been no development. That's going to be fun. I'm not sure what else is happening next year. Like, I haven't really pinpointed what next year. Next year has a new Star Trek film, so I'm probably going to go into Star Trek fangirl frenzy around May. I think the trailer for Star Trek Beyond was a lot of fun. I hated Star Trek Into Darkness, but I liked the 2009 Star Trek a lot, so I mean, I'm open-minded. I'll give it a try. Yeah. I guess that's next year for me. It's just seeing what happens for the most part. Hopefully next year won't be a year of losing a bunch of friends and loved ones for various reasons, because that's been the thing that's been killing me all year. It's like I can't keep friends, I guess, which yeah, I'm gotta get better at that, I guess. Andrea Place will be coming back tomorrow, or today, depending on when you're watching this. It's going to start off with a new game, and Dark Souls will be continuing as well, hopefully the same day. I haven't recorded it yet, but I'm going to do that as soon as I've been out looking at the fireworks, which are banging on right now. And I'm not sure which one I'll try finishing up first. I might just finish up Force Unleashed because it's easy. I don't know yet. I haven't decided what else to play. I got Tales of Hysteria working again, which is great because I've actually played some of that outside of recording, but I haven't been able to play it and record it. But I'll get into that when I start playing it again. I'll be replaying the stuff I played anyway, so there won't be anything lost. Oh, Life is Strange and Undertale. I should talk a bit more about those, because Life is Strange, that was the game that really sort of made me want to do Andrea Plays as a common thing. And then Undertale was just an amazing experience to see people, actually for the first time, really, really like engaging and wanting to see the next episode. Like when I stopped after the neutral ending in Undertale, and I was like, yeah, I'll take a break before I do the other ending. Oh shit. I've never gotten that many requests for a video ever. Like, every day we get multiple messages on Twitter, on Tumblr, on YouTube, going like, hey, when are you going to play Undertale again? We want to see the real ending. Play Undertale. And it's like, I'm taking a break. Like, I'm still uploading daily videos, you know? Like, you can watch me play The Deed. But, yeah, yeah, it's been a bad year with some really good content, I guess. And I want to say I hope 2016 will be better, and I do hope 2016 will be better, but let's just say that I've sort of stopped I sort of stopped assuming things will be better next year, because what does actually change with a year, you know? Not much. Just a number. Yeah, I'm a bit of a downer. But Happy New Year. Happy 2016. And I can't wait to show off my cosplays and convention videos again, because it's been a while since I did one now. I didn't do one for the last convention I was at due to depression and stuff. CM 2016, which I guess it already is when this video goes up, so whatever, I'm just gonna